This reflection will be on the first few sections from the first chapter. It's on the physics and philosophy of thought. Although so many of us are aware of the things that I might speak, because it has been normalized in almost all the books, all the shows, lots of reels on Instagram, and almost everywhere on YouTube. But as a mark of respect and also to not break the flow in which he shares his wisdom, I'm still going to share the reflections. So let's begin. We usually think that thoughts are nothing more than fleeting ideas or passing mental chatter. I know that's important as well. When we are on a spiritual path, we need to learn how to ignore the thoughts, how to witness them just pass by as they are clouds. But to understand the physics and philosophy, as I said, of the thoughts, we have to realize, as Swamiji says, that thoughts are actually very subtle, very powerful forces, much more real and much more impactful than we realize. He begins by pointing out something very astonishing, that while light travels at a speed of about 186,000 miles per second, thoughts are even faster. They don't take time to travel in the usual sense. They just are, they just exist instantly, beyond time and space. They move through the medium that's finer than ether, the same ether that carries electricity. So, in that sense, our mind is like a wireless transmitter, constantly sending and receiving the waves of thought energy. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. When a person, especially someone peaceful and centered, thinks calm, harmonious thoughts, those thoughts don't just stay in their head, they radiate outward into the world like ripples in a pond. Those thoughts move out in every direction and can actually affect the mental state of others. So, he says that a saint's thoughts of peace can actually inspire peace in thousands of others, even without a single word being spoken. But the opposite is also true. When someone is full of anger, jealousy, revenge, these thoughts they generate psychic disturbances. They create waves of disharmony that enter into the minds of others and stir similar feelings in them too. So we are constantly influencing and being influenced by each other's thoughts, the thought vibrations, to be put in a better way, even without meeting or speaking. So Swamiji uses a beautiful metaphor to explain the medium of thought transmission. Just like sound travels through air and electricity through ether, thoughts travel through something called manas, the subtle mental substance that fills the space. He calls it the vehicle of thought. It's not visible, but it's everywhere and connects all of us. And the thoughts, he says, they don't die. Just like a stone can last for thousands of years, it's almost eternal. A powerful thought continues to exist in the atmosphere long after the person who created it is gone. The thoughts of ancient rishis and yogis, the sages, seers, they still exist in Manas, recorded in what some call the Akashic records, which can be accessed by advanced yogis through their deep inner vision and the psychic abilities. This means that we are all surrounded by an ocean of thought. We are constantly absorbing certain kinds of thoughts and repelling others, depending on our inner state. We each live in our own thought world, he says, and every thought we hold, we send out, contributes to the larger collective. So when we carry thoughts of hate, fear, or envy, we are actually broadcasting them, just like a radio station. And those who are tuned to that frequency receive them and might feel the same way. But when we hold pure, uplifting, and noble thoughts, they also travel outward and quietly help others, even people we may never meet. He says that these are not just ideas. Thoughts are not just ideas. They are living energies. They vibrate, they move, They shape reality. Every time we think, there's a subtle shift in atmosphere, and we are creating it. Strong, focused thoughts have an even greater effect. They move faster, manifest faster, and create more lasting impressions. So, this is where it begins, understanding the real nature of thought. It's not about thinking positive, as I said in the previous audio. It's about realizing that a thought itself is a force, and we are immersed in it, shaping it, receiving it, transmitting it, as he says, broadcasting it like a radio, every moment of our lives. So be mindful of what you are sending out and be aware of what you are receiving. Know when to detach and know when to harness the power of the thought.